2021 was a weird year. I shifted back from Delhi to Bhopal. Did a job, left it in a month. Then COVID happened. I was down and out for at least 1.5 months. Left my fitness routine. Then suddenly agency took off. Then Instagram took off. And in the second half of 2021, I traveled a lot. Delhi, Bombay, Jaipur, Bangalore to see where I should shift. Both from a content creator point of view and from an agency owner point of view. A lot happened in 2021. काफ़ी कुछ किया, achieved a lot of things, failed in a lot of things. But what I did not do in 2021 was YouTube. And that brings me to lesson number 1. You can't do everything, and especially you can't do it alone. अगर तुम्हें कुछ स्केल पे अचीव करना है या बड़ा करना है ना, तो तुम अकेले तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. All my college life and post-college 1-year life, I have been trying to do everything and anything. मेरे को delegate करना नहीं आता था. I did not know how to build a team. Still I'm trying to build it, but the point is कि जब तक के एक ही level तक के तुम solo खेल सकते हो. You can reach, if you're starting at 1 and you want to go 100, you can probably reach till 2 or 3 alone on an own, right? But after 2 or after 3, you need people. You need people you can trust upon, you need people you can delegate into, and you need to build a team around it. So the biggest realization that I had in 2021 was that now that even from my content, if you see, I went from 1,000 followers to around 35,000 followers on Instagram in 2021, and a lot of the credit goes to my team, because there was a content person, there was an editor, there were a couple of editors who made they edited the video and all that. So there's a system that I followed. And before 2021, which is 2020, I was just alone. खुद रील रिकॉर्ड कर रहा था, अपने से एडिट कर रहा था, डाल दे रहा था. The quality was not there, the content was not there, the consistency was not there, right? But I did do stuff which I could on a single player basis. So 2020 was all about building that initiative, building the initial system of doing shit. 2021 was scaling, and 2022 is now about delegating and building a team around it. Because अगर मैं नहीं करूँगा तो उसके बिना मैं next step पे नहीं जाऊँगा. And another thing which I learned in 2021 was prioritizing stuff. क्योंकि मैं सब कुछ नहीं कर सकता, as I just mentioned, I had to prioritize stuff. And in 2021, I couldn't prioritize YouTube because I had to prioritize the agency side of things. Because agency came first for me in 2021. In 2022, अब मैं balance out करूँगा. Now that I have 5-6 people with the agency, उसको और scale करके 10 तक के लेके जाना है in the next 3 months, then I can take a step back. Then I can prioritize YouTube just the way I am right now. So lesson number 1, prioritize and delegate. Lesson number 2, super duper cliche but super duper true. Money won't buy you happiness. And trust me when I say this, because 1.5 साल पहले या 2 साल पहले मेरे पास नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था. मतलब in terms of liquidity or 6 months reserve or 12 months reserve, I had nothing. But right now I can proudly say that I have good enough amount of money to survive the next 1.5 years without worrying about anything. So ये लेवल पे पहुंचने के बाद भी पहले मुझे लगता था कि भाई पैसा चाहिए, एक बार पैसा आ जाए फिर लाइफ सॉर्टेड हो जाएगी. बट एक्चुअली व्हाट हैपेंस वंस यू हैव मनी, एक लेवल के बाद मनी डज नॉट हेल्प यू विद एनीथिंग. इट जस्ट अपग्रेड्स योर एग्जिस्टिंग स्टफ. पहले OnePlus था, आईफोन है, Asus का लैपटॉप था, मैक है, कैमरा अच्छा हो गया, लाइट अच्छा हो गई, घर अच्छी गई, दैट्स इट. नथिंग else changes, right? So that was a big slap on my belief कि एक मिलियनर बनना है, बिलियनर बनना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. बट कोई पॉइंट ही नहीं है सबका. if you're really looking to be happy, I don't think money should be your go to goal or money should be your vision. Your vision or your mission should be to find a purpose. एक purpose ढूंढोगे, वहाँ से हैप्पीनेस आती है. दैट्स वन थिंग आई रियलाइज, बिकॉज नाउ आई एम सर्चिंग फॉर अ पर्पस. अब मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि भाई व्हाट इज़ दैट आई वांट टू डू, इंस्टेड ऑफ थिंकिंग कि हैप्पीनेस कम्स फ्रॉम मनी. लुक एट इट एज हैप्पीनेस कम्स फ्रॉम अ पर्पस. एंड वंस यू वर्क टूवर्ड्स दैट पर्पस, उस फुलफिलमेंट से उसके बाय प्रोडक्ट इज मनी. मनी इज अ बाय प्रोडक्ट, इट्स नॉट द एंड प्रोडक्ट. एंड प्रोडक्ट और गोल शुड ऑलवेज बी योर पर्पस. लेसन नंबर 3 is that health is wealth. And this is something जो मुझे अपनी मम्मी की याद दिला रहा है, बिकॉज मेरी मम्मी कहती रहती थी अच्छा खाना खाओ, अच्छा टाइम पे सो. वो नहीं एकदम एवरी टाइम योर मॉम विल कॉल यू, शी विल लाइक आज खाना खाया कि नहीं खाया, एंड खाना घर पे खाया कि बाहर खाया, ब्रश किया कि नहीं किया, एकदम बेसिक स्टफ. व्हेन डू यू स्लीप, व्हेन डू यू वेक अप, व्हाट आर यू ईटिंग, व्हेन आर यू स्लीपिंग, ऑल दैट स्टफ. which sounds so irritating, but now I've come to a realization that that is all that matters and that makes a base of everything that you do. जो भी तुम कर रहे हो life में, you will not be able to do anything with your efficiency, high efficiency, or structured way if all this basic stuff of eating, sleeping, and all this stuff is not sorted. In the last 1 year, 2021 I think was one of my unhealthiest years of all times. April I got COVID, then couple of months that broke my fitness flow. Did not exercise even one day. Then second half of the year I was just eating out, swigging in Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, wherever I was going. Almost every second meal was junk food and junk shit, and that was really hampering my productivity, my moods, and all that. And I also had a couple of family deaths. The COVID scare, of course, was there. One of my friends, close friends, also died. So that made me realize that maybe I'm missing out on one of the most important aspects of life in the hustle culture, or everyone right now is like hustle करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, startup culture चल रहा है, पैसा कमाना है and all that, and we are not focusing on the most fundamental things, which is our own health. And Vedant Rasti, you guys know him. He's someone who made me realize this. Last time I was in Delhi a month or two ago, he told me that क्या फायदा इतना कुछ करने का अगर 5 years down the line I'm not able to do something adventurous or do something exciting physically or mentally because I'm so tired. बैंक अकाउंट में कितना भी पैसा हो और या इंस्टाग्राम में कितने भी फॉलोअर्स हो, खुद ढंग से चल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, जल्दी थक जा रहा हूँ, घूम नहीं पा रहा हूँ, then your inner peace will go away. And that is something none of us realize right now because it's just 20, 22, 23. अभी तो कुछ भी कचरा डालो हमारी बॉडी डाइजेस्ट कर लेती है, but in the next 2 to 3 years is when we'll start realizing that इतने सालों से जो हम अपने इसमें कचरा डाल रहे हैं, इनपुट करे जा रहे हैं, उसका आउटपुट हमें 3-4 years down the line realize होगा. And all that wealth or money that you have accumulated will go to hospital bills. This is something Vedant told me, and something to definitely think about. So lesson number 3 is to balance it out. Health, fitness should be a part of your daily routine irrespective of where you are, what you're doing. Lesson number 4, everyone is figuring it out. Instagram and YouTube and all this social media has made us believe that these folks, these influencers, these celebrities, these startup owners, these founders have their life sorted. मतलब फॉलोइंग है, लोग हैं, काम करने के लिए पैसा है, क्या चाहिए और. बट वी डोंट रियलाइज दैट मतलब 2021 has been the richest for me in terms of experiences. I have met so many new creators, so many new founders, so many employees and people who are trying to build something here and then across pan India. I've traveled so much this year, been in Bombay for at least 3 weeks, been in Bangalore for now like couple of months in totality. Delhi of course was there, Jaipur, Bhopal. Just I met so many people and I realized that no matter how much they have done or how much they have achieved, they're still figuring it out. मैंने एक स्टोरी डाली थी around couple of weeks ago where I asked a question and one of the followers replied कि सबकी लगी पड़ी है in one way or the other, which is basically a different way of saying everyone is figuring it out. So never ever get overwhelmed or think that you are the only one who is unable to figure it out. You are the only one जो ये problem face कर रहा है. There are at least 10,000 to 100,000 people facing the exact same problem that you are facing, trying to solve it. They might just be on a different level than you, either below or above, whatever, but they are facing the same kind of issues. So realize that no one is sorted. हर कोई किसी ना किसी changes और challenges face कर रहा है. The only difference between the people who succeed or go to the next step is a mindset shift. Your mindset defines where you go. अभी अगर मैं निराश होकर बैठ जाऊँ कि यार YouTube नहीं हो रहा है या Instagram नहीं हो रहा है and I don't put on the effort, that's the end. यहीं पे out of 10,000 people who are facing the same problem, so for example there are 10,000 people trying to become a creator and figuring it out कि content बनाए तो बनाए क्या, but out of that 9,000 people will drop off saying कि यार नहीं हो पा रहा है. Just the fact that नहीं हो पा रहा है, 90% of people are dropping off that gives the other 1,000 people a great chance of making it happen, right? It's just about the mindset. If you want it bad enough, you'll just do it, right? That is where I am. It's been 2 years creating content on and off, bad quality, good quality, whatever. I'm just kuch na kuch, I'm just doing something. I'm just trying to do something, and maybe this time around I'll be consistent and will provide good quality, high quality content. And probably this is the year of my YouTube. That's the mindset I have. That's the hopeful mindset that I have, and that's how I'll keep going until I reach wherever I want to reach on YouTube. So that is what you need to understand. No one has it figured out. It's all about the mindset. Lesson number 5 is that it's a marathon. Life is a marathon. It's not a race. One of my biggest negative points or negative qualities that I was and still am super duper impatient. बिल्कुल सबर नहीं होता है मुझसे. But the hard truth of life is that even though last 6 months or last 12 months I've been sprinting in terms of career growth, I can't possibly sustain that for next 6 months or next 1 year. Because capacity होती है, burnout होता है, physical exhaustion होता है, mental exhaustion होता है. And you have to realize that you have the same 24 hours as other people as well. तो इसको marathon की तरह खेलो. Don't underestimate what you can do in 3 years as compared to what you can do in 1 year. 3 साल में तुम बहुत कुछ कर सकते हो, but शायद 1 साल में तुम नहीं कर पाओगे उतना. So change your vision from a 3 months में इतना चाहिए, 6 months में इतना चाहिए, to 1 year में इतना चाहिए, 2 year में इतना चाहिए, 3 years में इतना चाहिए. And secondly, play long-term goals with long-term people. Team and the people you're around, average of the 5 people वाला concept हो गया, team building की बात हो गई. All of this is more or less same thing only, which is play long-term games with long-term people. As you grow, you have lesser and lesser time, and your opportunity cost of finding new people, opportunity cost of trusting them, which is the most expensive thing in the world, and opportunity cost of training them, it becomes so high that it becomes practically impossible to do something very, very big in life. So jitne jaldi you find those 5, 10, 15 people who are your core, and then play long term with them. Everything you do in life should be around those 5, 10, 15 people. Become a group, become a cartel, and then keep going. We talk about PayPal mafia. Now in India we talk about the Flipkart mafia. Kya hai kya? Flipkart mafia is basically a group of 2 founders started Flipkart, 10 core members, and now those 10 core members have left Flipkart, started their own startups, and that's the compounding effect. But fundamentally there is just 10 to 15 core group, which is creating so much wealth within the group of 15 people, but also for the economy as a whole. That's what you have to do. Find people you can trust, build a team around it, build a vision, and play long-term games with them. If right now I have 5 people who I can trust and build the agency or content around it, and we put in efforts every day for the next 1, 2, 3 years, then their life is sorted, my life is sorted, be in terms of financial, be in terms of fame, be in terms of purpose. So shift your mindset, guys. Play long-term games with long-term people, and be patient with respect to results. That's the 5 lessons that I learned from 2021. And again, I have not figured all of it out as well. I have a lot to do in 2022. But this time around, I am sort of committing to my YouTube audience that this saal I'm gonna be very, 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 very active with respect to content. I still don't know what I wanna create. I was just speaking to Neeraj yesterday, and you're like, "Banana kya hai?" YouTube. Just saying कि YouTuber बनना is one thing, and then creating value-driven content which is not already out there is a different ballgame altogether. But we'll figure it out. That's it. 5 lessons of 2021. I hope you got some value. Comment down what other videos you want. What are some of the problems that you are facing as a creator, as a student, as an employee, as a startup owner, whatever. I'll try to reply, and I'll also try to make a video around it. I'll try to make a video around it as well. Until next time, click on the subscribe button, share this with your friends. Time to grow.